Striketober signals tremendous sacrifice, but workers say it has been a long time coming. A lot of these workers have been on the front line of a global pandemic for the past 19 months and were touted as heroes, which has given them lots of leverage, said one expert. Yeah, I don't know how much leverage it actually ends up being, but it only gives you enough leverage till there's people that actually want to come in and work the positions and take spots from you. From healthcare to Hollywood, nearly 100,000 workers are either striking or preparing to strike to improve working conditions. We just talked about 10,000 John Deere workers on Thursday, 24,000 healthcare workers at the Kaiser Permanent, and about 60,000 Hollywood workers, members of the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, are preparing to strike. They join thousands of other workers who have recently faced a similar decision, including Kellogg plant workers who are on strike and Nabisco employees who recently ended a week-long strike. I think what was it? Lay's, not Lay's. Yeah, I think Lay's was on strike as well, through PepsiCo, over the summer. I think it was. We've definitely seen an uptick in late September and October. It's a combination of two factors. Workers have more labor market leverage with employers needing and struggling to hire. And then a lot of these workers have been on the front line of a global pandemic for the past 19 months and were touted as heroes, which has given them lots of leverage. As the word Striketober appears online and on social media, it's clear that momentum is building around the actions. Callis said that as Tuesday's 174 strikes have been documented this year, the ILR classifies a strike as anytime worker actions leads to a stoppage of work, and John Deere strike brings it to 175. Simultaneous worker activism is known as the strike wave. Workers can be contagious strikes can be contagious for unions and workers. There are shared issues that are pushing workers to go on strike, and workers are looking at each other and getting inspired. There have been many strike waves in the U.S. history as working conditions reached a particular threshold and workers refused to accept them any longer. These lessons have to be learned over and over and over again. COVID was a wake-up call because it wasn't just you could get injured on the job, but you going to work could literally kill you. Workers are feeling like they're working harder than ever, and they put themselves out there during COVID and risked their lives for what? On the low wage side, these workers were essential. They faced high death rates, but couldn't afford housing or health care. Now there's this activism born of desperation. That attention enables, in some cases, empowers workers to use it as to try to gain leverage in the political sphere. So, we talked about this in the John Deere striking story a little bit ago, but I don't necessarily disagree. One story I was just talking to someone I know the other day was someone in their family is a single older female working as a nurse, making more than $75,000 a year. And they got no stimulus because they were single and made more than 75,000, and have worked, as a nurse, many hours. And what do they have to show for it? They are not getting the help that they need in a time when inflation is going up, and they're not able. People like that person is not able to keep up. So I definitely see both sides. Again, as I've said before, I want businesses to succeed, but in order for businesses to succeed, they need great people, and by allowing great people to walk out the door over things like pay and benefits and and all that, ultimately is not going to be uh, is not good for anybody. It's not good for the economy. It's not good for the businesses. It's not good for business owners. It's not good for the workers. And it opens the door for the workers to like literally just, okay, well, we'll strike to a certain point, but I gotta feed my family, so like I need to go work other jobs, or I need to start a business, or I don't want to say start a business under the table, but do what they have to do to be able to keep their situation. And as I always go back to, we don't want to get to a point where people aren't able to afford the lives that they've created for themselves, and everybody ends up out on their butt. Like that's not good for the country either. So there's a line there to find, and it's different in every business, in every industry, for every job, and in some cases for every employee. And we have to find those lines, and in some cases we need to find them a lot quicker than just allowing people to go out and strike and not create, not work, even in more than we already have. And that's why I think hopefully this Striketober does not last very long. 15 days, 7, 15 days, maybe 30 days. I don't want to see it go past 45 days, tops. It's not going to be good, especially as we still need the things that these people are striking from. And if there's already a labor shortage, it's not gonna be any easier on anybody. Um, and things, the prices of things will continue to go, and hopefully I'm hopeful that we're not on a runaway train at this point from it with inflation in mind. But I do think that it could be 6 months to 2 years before things settle down and start to maybe rein in a little bit, thanks to productivity going up and technology increases and things of that nature, and everything just kind of starts to settle. So I'm hopeful that we are not on that runaway inflation train. I'm not totally seeing it, but we gotta get past some things in here in the States as well as abroad, and hopefully we will soon.